All right, guys, so welcome back to Call of the Wild. It is that time again. We always do this whenever a brand new reserve drops, and that is we're jumping into the missions today to find out a little bit more about Te Awaroa. Now, if you're new to this kind of thing, just a heads up, there will be a lot of narration from people talking in the game. So what'll generally happen is whenever they're talking, I'll let them do their thing, and then I'll jump in and catch back up with you guys after that. But what we're going to do first is... Kiri says, glad to see you've arrived again in one piece. Visit the nearby outpost and pick up the action camera. Now, obviously, this is now different. This is now my save, because what you guys would have seen before was a different save. So we are playing on mine now. I've not unlocked everything. Let's claim this one first. I'm guessing that the camera's inside of that, because I don't remember seeing one when we played previously. So maybe I just missed it. There's that music again. Right, let's see. Where's this camera? Did I actually miss it in the lookout? Because I know I claimed that real quick just before we started. Wait, rest? No. I don't see any cameras here. Let's see. Maybe it wasn't this outpost then. I just figured it was this outpost because it was the only real one on the map. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's down here. All right, there we go. So we claim the outpost. Is that what she wanted us to do? Just so you guys know as well, I am rocking the Sporter, which you would have seen in the previous episode, but also got the Strecker with me. I don't know why. I've not played around with shotguns for a while, and I decided to do it. What's it actually asking me to do? Let me see. Enter the outpost. What is that? Oh. Oh. No way. There's no way this was here the entire time. Oh, you know what? This was the outpost with the goats. So if you guys remember, like, I think it was like the first episode. We saw a goat like over there, and I took a long shot, and then there was some over there too. And it basically caused me to go and look at the goats. And when I came back, I claimed the outpost. And that was the end of the episode. I didn't want to do anymore because obviously I wanted to experience more with you guys. And I totally missed this. Okay, let's see what it says.
See, we got company. That'll be Josh's doing, the brat. I told him to leave things be, but I guess he couldn't resist. Anyway, maybe it's just as well you get used to it. I'll fill you in later.
All right, let's grab this then. Pick it up.
Nice and tight now. Wouldn't want it coming off right when you've got a shot lined up.
Please, 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 if there is anyone listening from the dev team, you guys are telling me that you don't think, just at the bare minimum, you wouldn't think it was hilarious if these things were roaming around on this reserve. It's something I've been crying for years. Mods with Call of the Wild. Oh my god. Can you imagine it? It'd be so good. All right, what does she want us to do? I can't take my eyes off this now. Visit the nearby lookout tower. Okay, something just dawned on me as well. After the last episode that you guys would have seen, just basically while we were looking around at the reserve before we did these missions, I did unlock a fair few of these, and I realized it did take a little bit of time because of the way the map's laid out. So this could take me a hot second today, going from, you know, different lookouts and stuff, but it's not a big deal.
There's the lookout tower, just up ahead. Right, so remember Josh's little prank? This place doesn't receive a lot of government funding, unfortunately, and a couple of years ago we were running out of money for field research, and the outposts were in need of sprucing up. Well, I'm telling you all of this because Josh just rang me up and said that he spotted another set on his way back. Not far from where I wanted you to try filming your first hunt. Can I trouble you to go clear it out? We can't run the risk of any of the props from the film featuring in our footage. Cheers. Right, let's take it one by one. Just bundle them into crates and I'll get someone to swing by later and transport them out of the reserve.
What are we bundling into crates? Clear away the movie set? Wait. What are we... I've got to do all this? You guys will remember this from the first episode that we did. We stumbled into it and I thought it was... I did think it could have easily been a movie set, but I thought there was going to be more to it, but it makes sense. There's a lot of filming that takes place in New Zealand, so kind of figured... Let me Let me pack it away then. There we go.
Real oranges. Good enough to eat, eh? Quite the medieval fair.
That's actually really
Looks more
cool.
than a bit incongruous out here, if you ask me.
What is that word? Incongruous? Well, cauldron.
I hope it didn't have an actual fire in that thing.
I do.
Imagine if some silly townie kid had wandered over here and decided it would be a good idea.
Is actually a thing? Again, let me know in the comments. Is this random people that just wander through the reserves?
Now that we've dealt with that bloody mess, you think you could head over to Lake Wakaiti and snap a few shots for us?
Okay, we got to take pictures.
There's a willow tree there growing right out of the water that all their influencers or whatever they call themselves go bonkers for.
Ah, nice.
It does make for a good photo op, I'll give it that.
All right, so we got to go to the lake. We got to take a bunch of pictures, which isn't going to be too hard. It's not too far away either. It's just up here. But I was just reading this. Go to mission items and then down to resplendent sword. Look what it says. The legendary blade has awoken once more. An age of strife is upon us. Creatures of darkness from a world beyond our own roam the land, doing the bidding of their evil master, and then the name. When a peaceful forest village is sacked, a young human named Erona is taken prisoner and brought far into the mountains of the north. There she awakens to the power of the legendary resplendent sword and becomes a bearer, assembling a ragtag group of allies from all races to help her in her fight against the forces of darkness. Are you guys piecing this together, by the way? Also, when we did all of that, then we got a props list. Look at all this stuff. You got like goblets, elf statues, trebuchets. Oh, different size trebuchets as well. I hope we stumble across all of this. I'm sure that I've seen there's more movie set. Oh, so there's more to this reserve. I know there is, and that's why I wanted to do this, because there's always more than meets the eye with these missions. So, all right, what we got to get to?
We used to camp out here when I was little. Tramp over from the other side. Me and a gaggle of other kids carrying backpacks bigger than our whole bodies. Don't fall in now. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened here.
What's in there?
Not much of that lifestyle left these days. I miss it sometimes.
There's a massive crocodile in there, isn't there? Lake Placid. That's what it is. That's the vibes I'm getting right now. Just a massive crocodile in there, and there's going to be some old lady at the end of it that's just feeding it cows every day. There we go.
That'll do. It's looking well. We had some hoon try to saw off one of the branches a few weeks ago. Can you believe? But luckily someone managed to talk him out of it. Our beaches are buzzing with natural activity. At least they used to be. You get more and more rubbish washed up all over the place lately. You know, bits of plastic pellets, runoff from factories further north. I swear I've seen tin cans with Australian brand names. We do our best, but we can't always prevent the poor critters ending up with junk in their bellies. Oh, well, look at this. Couldn't help themselves, could they? One last hurrah before we shut the place down.
Oh, did they put trash
This
everywhere?
really can't wait, mate. There's a little blue penguin population nesting not far from here, and they'll gladly take this for food.
Oh.
Okay, that looks manageable. Let's clean this up and take the photo. Then we can talk hunting again.
Right, let me clean all this shit up. Who would do this?
Well, as you can imagine, being featured in a host of box office hits has done wonders for our profile with tourists. Problem is, a lot of the people who come are just here to take a few photos, dump a heap of rubbish, and then leave unceremoniously.
There we go. I'll clean up your
These kids would
shit.
have nightmares if you showed them some of what I've seen out here.
What does that say?
Birds with stomachs so full of plastic they can't eat.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
South Island University. I knew it. Way too many people around here who have never respected this place. Looks like they had quite the little feast.
Damn students.
Camera on? Then you should have everything you need. I got Josh to set it up. He told me to tell you that it's state-of-the-art, equipped with Wi-Fi, so any footage you grab is automatically uploaded to our server.
Did she just say Wi-Fi?
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I guess I'll be able to see it on here.
Yay.
No pressure then. There's good hunting in the whole of this area, from up around where you cleared out the props earlier to closer to the beach. Take your pick. But just one thing. We want it to show up nice on camera, so no minnows. Try for something at least 30 kg. The larger the better.
Whoa! Listen to that. I don't know if they've had like an audio change or something, but my god, that sounds good. I'm getting like a complete long echo. We never really got that before. Oh, I wouldn't mind getting a fallow. What are you? Oh, what are you? Well, I think I just got my animal that I need to get. There is a male in the area too. There's also a feral pig, or I guess there's a bunch of feral pigs over there. They're still hanging around. Not seeing any sign of them. All right, let's see. Were you over 30 kilograms?
What a beaut! And that chase. Gonna make for some great footage. You're living up to your reputation, I'll give you that.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people around here think that hunting's heyday peaked in the 70s and 80s. Back when you'd get scores of daredevils out in helicopters gunning down deer 3 at a time. That's not the done thing anymore, for a whole host of reasons. But these days we need hunters more than ever. And I'm glad I have you on board to help us show the world that. Parkia, I mean European settlers, released moose here about 100 years ago. And there haven't been any confirmed sightings since the 1950s.
Whoa.
But I swear to you, I saw one when I was little, staring straight at me out of a hazy morning mist.
Wait, there's gonna be moose?
Ever since then, I've been determined to prove that they're still here. Even written a book about it. Or am writing a book about it, I should say.
There's a close one. Not taking any chances. I'm in the spot, by the way. This is where the cam is that I've got to replace the battery on. Let me see what that did. Where did I hit it? In its radius ulna. We'll take it.
Cheers. That should keep it going for another few years.
A few years?
Can you check the other cameras while you're here? Might give you some stalking suggestions, if nothing else.
Number 2.
And when something shows up on these, 9 times out of 10, it's a stray deer. Between these little fellas and that props list, Christmas has come early this year. There's our missing props. But who? I don't honestly mind someone getting some use out of them as long as we're not deemed responsible. But that's a big bloody truck. There's no driving of anything larger than an ATV permitted in the reserve. Don't see any tracks, do you? Must have been a few days ago at the earliest.
Oh, well, you just signed your death warrant. I feel so bad for it, but you can't pass up that kind of opportunity when something lands next to you like that. I mean, 20 gauge slug. Is it going to be a bit overkill? Let's see. Of course it is. Look at that. That's crazy, though. We just landed there like that. I love the turkeys. They're just so much fun to be around. Yeah, look how deep that goes. We're going to have to go in there too, aren't we? I don't actually know what she wants us to do. I thought there'd be like a mountain around here and then the cave in the side of it, but no, this seems to be it. All right, what does she want us to do? She wants us to enter Cracked River Cave. Okay. Do we go in on the ATV or not? I'm going in on the ATV because that looks like it's really long, so let's go. Lights on.
The water's low right now, but it can still catch you by surprise. Stick to the walls and get that flashlight on. Easy does it.
Oh no, it's going to break the ATV, isn't it? Don't you do it. Oh yeah. Nice. We're handling it. That water's going to come rushing in. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Can we get across to that side? Because this side's getting quite shallow. Oh, we look okay. It doesn't look too deep. How cool would this be, though? Like, going through a cave like this on an ATV. Oh, shit. No, that's getting deep. Stay there. Yeah, we're good. Don't know how far I gotta go. I'm just gonna wait until she tells us to stop. ATV's handling it okay, though. No damage taken. Oh, my God. Yeah, look how deep that is. Is that the opposite side too? Good job we brought the ATV. This would take me an age to get through if I was on foot.
Is that what I think it is? Not sure if I should be horrified or impressed. Don't bother picking it up. I'll send someone with the proper equipment over later on.
No! No, let me take it! So for those that don't know, I love collecting stuff like this in real life. Yes, I'm a massive nerd. I love collecting like movie swords and stuff. I would love to take this. Look how cool that is. Can we not just pick that up? Oh my god. What a missed opportunity. If they don't let me hunt with that sword, my god. Okay, we're gonna be so upset. Right, what are we gonna do? Just keep going then? Looks like maybe that they used this cave as part of the movie that they were shooting. I think, unless this is just like some legit stuff, which it doesn't look it. It looks more... Yeah, it's too new and stuff, isn't it?
This is why I live here. Go ahead. Get as close as you want. Just don't touch it.
When anybody says
See the
that.
cracks in the surface? It's limestone, notoriously unstable. These cave paintings aren't going to be here forever, but I've made it my mission to ensure that we do everything we can to keep them around for as long as possible. Kids like Josh need to learn their history, right? It's part of what it means to be human. Knowing you come from something else, someone else.
I agree.
We call it whakapapa.
We call it what?
It means genealogy, but also to place in layers. And those layers link us all. Everything ends up in the ground, bird or human or rock or deer. Anyway, that's enough philosophizing from me. Let's get you out of here.
There we go. I can see it. Freedom. We're going to make it out the cave. Imagine if like just a flood of water came in now. Wait, can we get up there? Yep.
I'm sure you've never been so happy to lay your eyes on the wonderful Kiwi weather. Stretch those legs. Nothing like wandering through a damp, cramped cave to give you a new lust for life.
So where's that led us to?
Right. I hope you're not too worn out now.
My god.
More filming's on the table, but first, can I trouble you to take a little detour?
Depends where we're going. Look how long that cave was. So we went in there, and then we went all the way through to this.
The beech trees here form one of the finest examples of native forest in all of New Zealand. In no small part due to the efforts of our resident conservationist marama. We just had a mast year when they seed like crazy. And this means plenty of food for mice and rats, which in turn means plenty of food for other small pests. Beginning to see the problem? Our only indigenous mammals are 3 types of bats and some marine species.
Oh no.
Everything else is a pest to a lesser or greater extent.
Stay away from bats.
Sometimes our methods can seem extreme. 1080 poisoning isn't without its naysayers, but it's one of the only tools we have to help protect the uniqueness of this place. Now, hunting helps too. I don't want to go back to the days of the helicopter wars, but having recreational hunters here year-round would go a very long way.
There we go. I made it through relatively unscathed, and I think what she said we gotta do... Yeah, collect the traps. Oh, I'm right here. Okay, so... Is it just a case of picking them up? There we go. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this, but for the last few reserves, we've seen quite a lot when it comes to traps. What is that? Is that like one of those nets or something? No, wait, that's something completely different.
There's the box. 4 should do as long as you cover enough ground. Cutting-edge Kiwi technology, these. Self-resetting and all.
A self-resetting trap.
That looks like as good a spot as any.
Oh, it does go on the tree.
Should be simple to set up. Just install the mount and click the trap body into place.
God, that's so weird looking.
The birds will thank you for this.
The birds will thank me for this.
And that's all of them. Top-notch conservation work, Eho. One final thing. You can take down the 1080 warning sign. Any animals that haven't already kicked the bucket should have metabolized it by now, so it's safe to hunt in the area again.
Yep, there we go. I can see the sign. Also, just before we do this next bit, I want to say a massive thank you to Expansive Worlds because I do have some keys to give away for you guys. So if you've made it this far into the video and you were hoping to get your hands on the DLC, unfortunately, it is only for PC right now for obvious reasons. I'm sure there's going to be a date soon for console, but if you were hoping to get your hands on a code for the DLC, keep watching the video because I'm going to sneak a code in, and it's, as always, first come, first serve. But a big thank you to Expansive Worlds before providing that code. Take down the sign.
Hold on just a second. Are you seeing what I'm seeing on the ground there?
What? Human footprints.
These tracks aren't particularly old, eh?
Homo sapiens.
I hadn't expected we'd be able to deter everyone, but it's not exactly an optimal time to go for a stroll in the bush.
Why have they got goat heads?
1 second, Josh is ringing. Feel like checking out with our lead?
Yeah, they've all got goat heads. Oh my god, these footsteps just don't stop. What are these guys looking for? What is that? Oh, it's a dead animal. Got something.
What's that over there?
I think they were hunting. Oh.
This looks like it's right out of Resplendent Sword. Surely they didn't.
Yep, it's got arrows in the side of it too.
Oh, where? Poor thing looks like it's been torn to bits. Is that a handmade arrow? And to top it all off, there's heavy rain forecast. Perfect bloody timing. There's an outpost not far. Why don't you take shelter there and see if there's any more clues as to what we're dealing with here?
The way she said it's been torn to bits makes me think that there was a predator, but I don't think there is on this reserve. Unless it was just whoever took it down, just hacked away at it. Right, where we got to get to? It's not too far away over in that direction. You see, this is what I was hoping for. Like, there's some kind of plot happening now.
Just as I suspected.
What's happened there?
Our props burglar. And it looks like they've made a spectacular exit. Must have left in a real hurry. Can you put the signs back up at least?
There we go.
Yeah. I think that's as good as you're going to get it looking.
Right, let's see what they say about you then.
The stuff from the photograph. What's the appeal of this rubbish?
That's the same sword from before, isn't it? That we found in the cave? Elven warrior.
Now we know where our pickup truck went. Glad to see the back of it. But look at me talking. You're so tough to death. Get inside and I'll fill you in on what Josh told me.
I don't know what's happened here. Clearly that somebody's been stealing props or something. I don't know if they're looking to set people up. But this thing looks like it's been cleaved in half. I don't know what they've done with it. Look, it's all bent up or something. Maybe it's been hit with the pickup truck that they were driving around. It's clearly got some tracks there as well in the direction that they were headed. This is badass. Why would they not take this, though? You know, they just left it here. Maybe they are hanging out. And that's who's been sleeping on the couch. All right. She wants us to take a little bit of rest. Take some shelter. We can do that.
Please tell me that's not what I think it is. It is. That's where our poor little dear ended up. It must smell vile.
Is it this thing? I think that's what she's talking about, isn't it?
A literal bloody hack job. Right, so I had the nephew track down that license plate number, and our props burglar is none other than a local menace by the name of Gad Barden.
Fucking Barden!
He's got a whole social media empire under the moniker of Giraroz's Blessing. Blogs, HooTube, QuickMez, the works. With exclusive behind-the-scenes shots from on-location movie sets. And guess what? He's Resplendent Sword mad. Got heaps of photos from all over the reserve up on here. His latest blog entry is quite something. Salutations, followers and friends, blah, blah. Have been out of contact, lost my way in the ever-shifting forests. Foul supper left me ill some nights. 1080 poisoning. He's lucky to be alive, the muppet.
The muppet.
Let me send you the link. Usually get Josh to help me out with this. There. Check your hunter, mate. Think he just hallucinated that terrifying creature?
A chance encounter.
He certainly has an overactive imagination, I'll give him that. It's too far inland for a taniwha and not humanoid enough for a patupaere. Unless... Anyway, he's an absolute bloody idiot, but I'm glad he's alive.
So it seems somebody called Gad Barden is the one behind all of this. Going through all of his blogs. Goddamn HOOTUBERS. I gotta read this though before we end. Salutations, followers and friends. My sincerest apologies for the recent delay between posts. I've been out of contact for some days after I lost my way in the ever-shifting forests of Resplendia. Permit me to elaborate. I had assembled some spoils from Arona's village the previous day, and my hope was to deliver tidings from the Battle of Stonecastle Valley the next. But my journey had wearied me and required repose. So I sat down in a humble shack not far from the site of the great battle and set to sleep. This was far from any modicum of civilization, human or otherwise, and my telephonic device was a useless trinket. The next morning the heavens opened, and for days afterwards I could do nothing but sit and wait for the gods to look more kindly on my expedition. I love the way this is going. I love how they do this. So it looks like we're going to reach Stonecastle Valley, which he's just said I'm not going to be disappointed when I see it. But I think with this weather that's rolling in, we should probably just take a break, get some rest, and then we'll head out. Really, really cool so far, though. I'm really liking that. I'm glad that it's opened up a little bit, and we're finding out what's really going on the New Zealand reserve. But for now, guys, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a breather, rest on this couch, and then we're going to hit it up again next time. So, if you are enjoying the Call of the Wild missions, drop a like below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one.